Welcome to my kitchen. You'll have to excuse her, she's looking a little bit rough. I've been in here this morning making bagels, washing a bunch of dishes, and just, generally moving around the kitchen as I do. But that's okay, because today is the day we start giving her a real good clean. In the last year and a bit since I last deep cleaned and decluttered this space, I've been doing more sourdough. I've been doing some canning. I've been learning how to bake a lot of stuff, baking a lot of bread, bagels, things from scratch, and I've been using this kitchen a lot more. There are areas of this kitchen that are functioning great, and there are areas of this kitchen that I'm realizing just are not working for me anymore, and I need to clean it and change it up. I'm also realizing there are a lot of things in here that I can part with. So today we are going to deep clean and declutter my kitchen. We are gonna be thorough. We're gonna go into every single nook and cranny. As I move around my kitchen, I've been observing these areas and trying to figure out how I can make these function better for me. First thing is going to be decluttering unnecessary things. The second thing is going to be rearranging a few things. And thirdly, I did invest in a few things. I spent a couple of evenings happily browsing through Amazon and a few other websites looking for organizing tools to make this kitchen function better for me. And now, please understand, it is absolutely not necessary for you to spend money on things like this in order to have a neat and organized kitchen. I've invested in a few of these kinds of things over the years, but ultimately I've made do with a lot of stuff I just had on hand, baskets from the thrift store, and I'm still going to be doing that. There are a few items that I felt would really benefit me in the kitchen, and so I did splurge a little bit, and I am so excited about it, and I will link those things down below if this is something that interests you as well, but it is absolutely not essential. Most of the products arrived yesterday. There's still one more thing coming, and I've got a pretty solid plan of how I'm gonna make these things work and how these are gonna function for me. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I do that and how I completely rearrange and declutter, deep clean my kitchen. I've been so eager to do this, but I've also been a little bit overwhelmed because this is a huge job and I don't know where to start. I think I just need to pick a place and start there. Let's say the pantry. Let's start with the pantry. Hold on. Giant big flower. Move this over. My pantry. This space is wonderful and large, and I am so grateful for it, but there are some areas in here that I have been struggling with. I've got all of my baking supplies here. These Lazy Susans are the best thing ever. I've got oils, vinegars, some pastas and oats and rice and salad toppings. This functions really well. It's the bottom two shelves that I'm finding I'm struggling with. They don't have much organization going on, and the organization that I do have isn't very organized. I'm a huge fan of Lazy Susans in the kitchen, but in this space, they're not really working. We've got this basket that, honestly, I don't even really know what's all in here. There's some pastas. I think there's some nuts and dates, just random stuff, and I never look in it because I forget about it because it's tucked way back in this corner where I don't see it. And so if I don't see something, I don't think about it and I forget about it. Down here we've got snacks, and that might seem like a weird spot for snacks, but I wanted the snacks to be accessible to my children. That hasn't always been the greatest thing though, and so I think maybe if we just move them up one shelf, that might be a little bit better so that the littlest ones don't have access to it, but the older ones do. And then there's just random things, I've got a bunch of legumes and lentils and stuff like that that I've used for crafting and sensory things. Got vinegar, some oil, some flour. And as I was browsing on Amazon, I came across what I am hoping is going to be the perfect solution for this space. Sliding shelves. I measured and we should be able to fit 3 of them in here. They're gonna sit in here and then I can pull them out. I'm so excited about this. So I think one of these is gonna be for cereals and breakfast stuff. One is going to be for snacks, and the other one is going to be for this bin right here. And then I found a matching potato / onion bin, which is going to go perfectly on this bottom shelf here. And then I think these I got as a wedding gift. So these have been around for a while. I used to use them for flour and sugar. Then I stopped baking so much and I started using them as like potato and onion bins downstairs, but now we've come full circle. They're gonna live back upstairs again. Between these things, I think this is the perfect storage solution for the space, and I'm so excited to get started. As I decluttered each cabinet, I took the opportunity to wipe down my entire kitchen inside and out with my favorite non-toxic cleaner, Branch Basics, who is so kindly sponsoring today's video. Okay, look, if you are someone who is wanting to live a more non-toxic lifestyle, if you're someone who is wanting to simplify your life in the way that you do things on a day-to-day basis, maybe you're a mom who is so tired of scrubbing those stubborn stains out of your kids' clothing, you might want to tune in for the next 2 to 3 minutes while I rant and rave about one of my most favorite companies in the world, because it might just change your life. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm not kidding when I say that Branch Basics changed mine. Branch Basics is a non-toxic cleaning company. I mean, they are Made Safe certified, they're Leaping Bunny certified. In fact, their ingredients are so clean that it is the only product I trust washing my baby with. Their system is so well thought through. You don't need a ton of different products. You only need this one concentrate and its partner, the Oxygen Boost. With these two products, you can clean everything in your home. You can clean your floors, your laundry, your baby, your tile grout. You can clean your dishes. How it works is you get one concentrate. This is a multi-purpose concentrate. It's basically just like a concentrated soap that's gonna work for everything that you need it to do. Simply mix this concentrate with a little bit of water and you are good to go. In fact, this one bottle of concentrate is gonna give you 3 all-purpose bottles, 3 bathroom bottles. Actually, hold on. Let me go get mine so I can give you a visual. You'll get 3 of these bottles of all-purpose spray, 3 bottles of bathroom spray, 3 bottles of streak-free glass cleaner, 3 bottles of foaming hand soap, and 1 bottle of laundry detergent. All of this from 1 bottle of concentrate. I use this in multiple areas in my kitchen. I use it in my floor mop when I'm mopping the floors. I actually use this straight up concentrate right in my soap container as my dish soap. And Zach was just telling me the other day how much he loves this stuff because no other soap he's ever used has been able to get the grease off of his hands like this stuff does. I use this to spray down my entire kitchen, inside the cabinets, outside of the cabinets, the table, the countertops, the microwave. I even used this combo to clean out my stove a while back when I was pregnant with Annabeth. The Oxygen Boost is the most powerful stain remover I've ever used. Making the switch to Branch Basics is what got me started on this whole journey of being more intentional with what I'm taking into my home, being more aware of toxins that are in our everyday products, and it really opened my eyes and got me started on this journey of detoxifying our life and living a more simple life, making more things from scratch. It was just this big, wonderful spiral effect that I don't think would have taken place had we not started using Branch Basics. You can actually use my code Lucky's Life to get 15% off starter kits. There are a number of different starter kits that you can choose from. This is my personal favorite. This is the premium starter kit in glass, and it has everything that you could possibly need to clean your entire home. And then after the initial purchase, the only thing that you should ever need to buy again are refills of the concentrate and the Oxygen Boost, which is where their handy subscribe and save option comes in. If you subscribe to these products, you can actually get 10% off each order. Head on down to the description box to get all of the details, and I want to say again a huge thank you to Branch Basics for sponsoring today's video. While the top part of my pantry was working really well for me, I did take this opportunity to just rearrange a few things. I put flowers in different containers and I put chocolate chips in a different container, and I just switched things up because I realized now I'm using a lot more flour and more chocolate chips and more sugar, and so it just needed to be rearranged a little bit. This was also the perfect opportunity to restock anything that I needed to restock. So the pantry is done. That was a big job. That took pretty much an entire day. Now we're gonna move on to the rest of the kitchen. First thing on the agenda is I need to find a home for these containers. Currently they don't have a home. I've got some drawers down here, some nice big drawers where I keep most of my containers. So we're gonna go through here next. I also have things like pumps and milk bags and stuff that I just don't need anymore because we are no longer in that stage postpartum. We're gonna start here, and I think we're just gonna keep moving throughout the kitchen. Okay, we're doing good and we're making progress, but this is where I'm struggling. I'm trying to categorize everything according to, first of all, category, second, where we use it within the kitchen, and then thirdly, how easy it is to access. I'm a short person, so having something way up high in the top corner cabinet is very hard for me to reach. I can't reach above the fridge. I can't reach in a lot of places. And so things that I need to access frequently, I need to have close to me on my level. But trying to make all three of those categories work together in a harmonious way is very challenging. I've moved things around a little bit. This is all my bowls. I'm actually donating quite a few of those. And then up there were, you know, like serving dishes. But I use my serving dishes quite frequently, so I need to move those down a little bit. I thought it would make the most sense to have all my plates in one spot, but I've realized over the last year of using it this way, this maybe isn't the best use of this space. While I do enjoy having all of my plates in one spot, like it makes sense in my mind, I don't think it's the best use in this space because these plates we don't reach for very often. It's only when we're hosting a lot of people. This up here is an easy cupboard for me to grab. I want to move things here that we don't reach for very often somewhere else and move something here that's easier to reach. So I'm thinking moving these plates to that top corner, possibly decluttering a few things as well. And then up here, last time is where I put like extra coffee cups and our drinking glasses. I'm gonna move some of those glasses into here just to make things function better. It's a whole thought process, like decluttering and reorganizing and making things work just takes a lot of thinking. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. Got bat wings, very nice. Ooh, I like it. Looks like a snowflake in the middle of a snowflake.
Yeah, that's funny. It looks like pineapple.
Okay, we're doing really good. This half of the kitchen is looking very neat and organized, much better than it was looking before. This is a collection of stuff I have not yet found a home for, but I have an idea of where they're gonna go, and it'll be on this half of the kitchen. And this is donations that I've collected so far, and I haven't even gone through half of the kitchen yet. The morning light in here is so pretty. Okay, I would say we are about halfway done this kitchen. It's taken me a week. I've been working on it here and there when I'm able to, and I'm hoping to be like 98% done today. I am still waiting on one more thing to arrive in the mail, so I can't fully complete this project until that's here. But I think we can do pretty much everything else. I'd really love to get this stuff stored away and off my counter, and I'd really love to get this big box of donations sent out as soon as possible because it's just taking up space in my kitchen. What we've done so far is feeling really good. I've been working in this kitchen and using it, and it's functioning really well. The pantry still looks amazing. Even the kids have been able to maintain it really well. So now we have this little section to work on here, and then like the spices and jars and my medicine cabinet and stuff like that on this side. Ooh, side note. I did a little DIY this weekend. I made some cafe curtains. I also made a matching sink skirt. It's cute. All this has been done. Now we are moving on to this side. This is our homeschooling cupboard. Probably not gonna touch that, but this is our utensils and then a big random storage cupboard. This corner has always been very challenging because it's a wonderfully large storage space, but it has a very small opening, so it's very hard to get into. It's just very awkward. For now, I'm just going to use this as a space where I store things that I don't reach for often, but I still need. I don't want to get rid of. Let's just do it. Something else to note is that this is also a cupboard that my children can access, and for some reason, this popsicle mold is one of their favorite things to play with. And and now all the pieces are missing. So maybe things like this I'm gonna find a new home for where they can't reach it. All right, we've gone through this one. We've gone through this one. I also went through my medicine/tea cabinet. Next, we're gonna move on to here. So this is where I keep jars, and my jar collection has gotten a little bit out of hand, but I reach in here daily, like multiple times a day. So I wanna make that work better. These, I'm also thinking I'm going to move over to here where we have mugs because that just makes the most sense. And then I'll put those serving plates up there. Okay, the last big area I want to tackle today is my spice cupboard. This area has been one that I've been struggling with lately. It just doesn't stay neat. I'm reaching in here constantly and it gets messy so quickly. Not to mention I don't even have enough spice jars for all of my spices, so they're just kind of like overflowing everywhere. And I realized I had one of these spice racks downstairs. It's an antique spice rack and I think it is beautiful right here. This wasn't my original plan for this space, but I think this is what's going to be the most practical for me. So I think I can fit 8 spice jars on here. I'm gonna have my 8 most frequently reached for herbs and spices here, so I don't even have to open the cupboard. And then in here, I got these guys. I saved these from the pantry, so I'm going to repurpose them for this shelf. And these two fit perfectly right here. Any spices that aren't going to go in there are going to go in these, and then it's just going to be really easy for me to reach them and grab them quickly. Also, I did buy some new spice jars and I'm really excited about it. There's something so very satisfying about organizing spices. Came with a bunch of stickers and a bunch of really cute spice jars. I went for something that looked a little bit more vintage, and they fit perfectly right in there. I can actually get 12 spice jars in here. That's significant. I'm so excited about that. actually ran out of spice jars, so I didn't end up getting to finish all of this, but we got a really good start. I have some more jars coming in the mail, and I think this is just going to make so much more sense in my kitchen. Plus, I've got an empty shelf up here now. Okay, the last two sections I have yet to do is this one and this one. I did kind of do this one already off camera. I just did a little bit of rearranging. So I have this Instant Pot, and before I also had the slow cooker here, but I'm finding I'm really not even using that because an Instant Pot also slow cooks. It does everything. So I decided I don't need that guy anymore, and I'm just going to use this one. And then back here we have the air fryer, which is going to work really nice because whenever I use one of these appliances, this is where I put it. So it will be really nice to be able to take it out and just put it on the counter. Then I also moved my pots and pans over here. They were in this spot previously, and these things were over there, but I have a different plan for this.
It was a tooth.
Hi! That's gonna be so distracting. Okay, so for a long time I have struggled with storing my baking sheets and muffin tins and stuff like that because the way that I store it is stacked on top of each other. So it makes it very challenging when I need the bottom one to take out the bottom one and to put it back. So I'm gonna try storing them vertically instead, and I'm hoping this is gonna make it easier to keep organized, easier to access, and maybe even give me some more storage space. These guys came in the mail a couple of days ago. These are like wire racks or dividers that you install right into your cabinet. I wanted something that was going to be good and sturdy. I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging here, but my plan is to have 3 of these dividers in here to better organize the stuff. Yep, this really is not ideal.
That looks really heavy.
Yes. We've got all the cupboards cleaned out, and now we're working on a few small countertop things that I've been wanting to do for a while. Zach just installed some hooks so we could hang up some of our mugs and get it off of the counter, which will free up some counter space. And then we've got just a couple little antique things that we've been collecting, like this Matchbox holder that we want to hang up just to add a little bit of character to our kitchen. This is a really heavy box. And there we have it. Another kitchen declutter in the books. Honestly, I'm surprised and impressed with myself. Like, that's quite a lot of donations. This box is full, like to the max. It is stuff full of things like cups I didn't need, lots of kids' dishes, some mixing bowls, some things like that. The cabinets used to feel so cluttered, and it used to be challenging for me to even reach the things that I needed to reach, but now everything has a proper place. I even have some free space in my cabinets now, and everything just makes sense. I'm also very glad that I did end up investing in a few of those organizing pieces because they've made such a huge difference in how my kitchen functions. Again, everything is linked below if you want to check it out. Thank you again, Branch Basics, for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.